Hello, good morning everybody around the world. Happy Easter Day. Can you hear me? Hi, good morning everybody. Happy Easter Day. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you send me a quick message to let me know that you can hear me so I can start the session soon? And if you can hear me, just introduce what is your profession. Are you a trainer, a aerobics instructor, and what topics you want me to touch on today before I go through the whole full body release? We'll just wait for a few minutes for the other people to come to Functional Training Institute Facebook Live, because some of you thought that it will be on my personal Facebook page. Okay, good. I can hear some of you writing some message. So if you can hear me loud and clear, please send me a text message so that I can know I can start anytime soon. Thank you. Good morning to all of you. We're going to start in about a couple of minutes. Good. If you can hear me loud and clear, can you just send me a message saying that you can hear me? Happy Easter. And also, can you introduce yourself? What do you do for a living? Maybe you are a group instructor, maybe you are a fitness trainer, you're a gym owner. Okay. Just let me reply quickly to make sure all of you can hear me. Sorry for the slight delay. We just want to make sure that everybody can hear me loud and clear. Because it will be very instruction based. I don't want you to miss out any good details and tips. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's begin. Now the purpose of today's session is to teach you how to use the therapy ball for the full body. As you know that now COVID-19, a lot of people are staying home and sitting more than usual, doing their work, and can't go to their regular masseuse to massage the body, hence experiencing a lot of pain. So this series of release is what I've been doing on myself, pre and post workout for recovery or preparing the body to load before I train high intensity. Has been helping my client. So without much further ado, get your therapy ball ready, and there's a reason why we release certain sequence in certain way. I will explain along the way, and hopefully you get the message across. Okay, and feel free to rewatch the video again. Now if you don't have my therapy ball, you're using some other ball, which is fine. Can be a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, or other ball that you purchase from other places. Just take note that the feeling might not be exactly the same because of the density of the ball and the size of the ball that make a difference. So if you find that whatever ball you're using is too painful or too soft, it's not effective, you can still order from me. I can try my best to send to you as soon as possible. Okay, so let's start off with the first part of the body, which is I will try to do as many dual zone as possible to save time. So the first part of the body will be the SCM, which is the sternocleidomastoid, and the TFL. Okay, so the SCM is very easy to find. If you turn your head, you'll see the landmark will be below the earlobe, just behind the jawbone. Okay, below the earlobe, behind the jawbone. This is your first landmark. And the second ball will be doing the TFL, which is just right below the hip bone. Okay, so everybody will be doing the left side first. So we'll be lying down. We'll be doing the left side first. Find below your hip bone, and just go alongside. You go into Cpr Recovery position. You cross your leg over. Okay, so that will be your TFL, your hip flexor. Okay, then your hand will be putting behind your body. Then the other ball, remember, below your jawbone, behind your below your earlobe, behind your jawbone. Okay, so once you're ready, I want you to rest there, and your hand just relax for 1 minute. Using your ankle, you push down. Using your toes, you push down, straighten the knee, and just move up and down for 1 minute. I'll be timing everybody together. Okay, make sure when you're doing this, you breathe in and out. Okay, inhale and exhale, slowly and deeply. Now as you breathe, concentrate, as you move, concentrate on your breathing. Relax your head, let your head sink onto the ball, releasing your SCM, sternocleidomastoid, and your TFL. In to the nose, out to the mouth. Your left knee should not touch the floor. You're using your toes just to push gently up and down together with your breath. The slower, the better. As you are releasing and breathing slowly, try to listen to what I'm saying, which is some of the good advice. Why are we doing this? Okay, 10 more seconds. Keep breathing slow and deep, targeting your TFL, which is your hip flexors, and your SCM. Dual zone. Okay, now 1 minute is up. I want you to move up slowly. Go up to the second spot. That means the ball is going down to the second position for the TFL and the SCM. I like these two parts to start off with as the first thing, because many people use the handphone and the computer too much, looking their head down on the phone all day long. So their SCM muscles, which is the neck muscles, are very tight. By the time they want to look up to the ceiling, they feel a lot of compression behind the neck. And also SCM, the function of the muscle is to rotate your neck left and right, and also side bend. So if the SCM are both tight due to excessive phone usage and computer and things like that, you restrict your mobility of your neck. And the other ball at the hip flexors, which is a TFL. When the TFL is tight, it can cause pelvic imbalance, thereby causing a lot of problems like hip pain and back pain, and also potential lateral knee pain. So almost finished. And relax. And good. Okay, so far so good. Now we'll be changing to the other side. So now you get to see my back view. Same thing in Cpr Recovery position. We're going to put on the right side, right hip, together with the right SCM. Okay, the right SCM. Ready? The palm will be facing down. Okay, and the toes will be driving down. Ready, and we go. So why it is so important to release the hip flexors is the TFL below my hip joint, because we sit a lot, and when we sit we tend to tighten our hip flexors, and all the more so if someone to sit down, they always cross their leg one over the other. This will further tighten the hip flexor. And when your hip flexors are tight, meaning the TFL muscles that you're releasing now, you will affect the workouts such as your bridging, single leg bridging, dual leg bridging, even your lunge and your squat. A lot of times when clients doing the lunge or the squat or the bridging, they feel back pain, especially bridging. They feel the hamstring fire up first before even the butt. They feel the lower back pain and not the butt working, because the TFL, which is one of the hip flexors, are too powerful and too strong, which inhibit the butt, so the butt is not able to activate. Okay, move to the second spot, move slightly up, the ball will go down just 1 inch. Now continue using your toe to move up and down. Very good, slowly and deeply. So as I was saying, if the TFL, which is the hip flexors, are very tight, the opposite muscle, which is the glute max, meaning your butt muscles, will not be able to activate properly. Hence, you feel your hamstring compensating, your lower back muscles compensating, you never get a good butt workout. So you always want to release your hip flexors because our clients sit too much in the office, at home. This is a muscle they should be releasing before even any workout begins. The neck as well, which I already explained. So these are the two main things that I will always release first as the first party for myself and my client. Because of the modern technology that we are living in, everybody just use computer and handphone way too much. Okay, very good. So far so good. We have just completed the SCM and the hip flexors. So releasing the SCM will allow your neck to look up more, turn more, and side bend more. Same thing, releasing your hip flexors. The TFL will allow you to bridge more. Now that it's opened up, you can fire up the butt without compensating your hamstring and the lower back. Okay? Now let's move to the second reverse zone position. The second one, I will go straight to the obliques and the chest. Okay? So obliques is just, remember, the obliques is just after your six pack. So here. Okay, after your six pack, we'll be doing left and left first. So we'll be releasing your obliques and your chest, your pec major and your pec minor. It will be below your collarbone, pointing towards your armpit. This will be just along your belly button, but after the six pack. Okay. So we'll do everything left first. Same thing in the Cpr recovery position, which is one of the favorite positions that target the most release. So I roll the ball sideways, following the belly button, cross my leg over. Okay. The other ball, I put it just at my chest, pointing to my armpit below the collarbone. Then my hand, I clench like a fist and put it at my temple, temporalis, the temple of my head sideways, like a pillow. Same thing, I use my toe to drive down and straighten my knee, and I move myself up and down, very gently and breathing, in and out. 1 minute, stop. Inhale to the nose, exhale to the mouth. Try to move as slow as you can, following your breath. Into the nose, out to the mouth. Why is it so important to release the chest and the abs? The same reason that we are sitting too much. Our core muscles, which is the front part of the core, tend to flex too much, meaning bend forward too much. So the superficial front line and the anterior muscles like your rectus abdominis, your six pack, your obliques, all are very tight. That will lock your spine into a concave position, hence creating a lot of pressure behind your disc, your lumbar spine, and also your thoracic spine. Now, excuse me, second minute, I want all of you to move up a little bit, just 1 inch, the ball will go down. Now the second position, you can put your elbow, your hand behind your back, that's your palm behind your back, and this time when you breathe in, you lift up your knee and your arm, your elbow from the floor. As you breathe out, you lower down. Breathe in, hold your breath, lift up your knee from the floor and lift up your elbow and breathe out. Okay, start. Inhale, hold your breath, lift up your knee and your elbow and then exhale. While doing this, if you feel having appendix or gastric pain, it's normal because you have very tight fascia line and trigger points that is causing it. So releasing the obliques and chest will improve mobility of your spine, meaning extension of the spine and also rotation of the spine. So you can always do an open book test. The open book test will allow you to twist and turn more of your body, your thoracic spine. Now the same reason why we're releasing the chest, because we all put our arms down too much using the computer, the phone. We seldom move our arms above 90 degrees. So the chest muscles get very tight, especially when we use laptop computer without a separate keyboard. That will further confine your chest into a tightened position. Okay. Now let's switch side. We're going to do the right side this time. So right obliques and the right chest. So turn. Your palm will be facing down, remember? Okay. So clench your fists like a pillow and sleep on your center of your head. And we begin. Using your toes to drive up and down. For me, I can feel my right side is much tighter than my left because of occupation hazard. We use certain part of the body more. Slowly into the nose, out to the mouth. Very good. The slower, the better. Use your toes to drive your entire body up and down. Good. Slow and deep. So releasing your chest muscles will help you to alleviate pain like neck and shoulder pain, because when the chest muscles are tight, you pull your shoulder forward, causing you to drag your neck. Okay, now we're going to move up slightly higher, 1 inch, the ball will go down. Put your hand on your back. You're going to lift up the elbow and straighten the knee as you take a breath. Ready? Take a breath, hold your breath. Extend your knee and your elbow, lifting up, then exhale, go down, inhale, hold the breath, knee, elbow, and exhale. You'll feel going very deep to your chest and your obliques and your psoas muscle as well, which is good. It will help you to alleviate back pain. This is also one of the solutions I treat people with sciatica pain, sleeping, bulging discs for inflammation. Very good. 20 more seconds. So when you use a laptop, try to use a separate keyboard and a mouse rather than your laptop keyboard itself, because when you use a laptop alone without a separate keyboard and mouse, you tend to you try to conform to the size of the keyboard, hence you further tighten your chest. Okay, very good. So we finished the second one. As I was saying, with the laptop and computer, like right now I'm using my laptop, which is a Surface Pro. You see my my shoulders are this way. If I were to use my keyboard, I'll be doing this. I'll be further confined, hence my chest muscle will be very tight. So I need a separate keyboard for sure. Okay. Now the third area that we're going to release is still the front. This time will be the abdominals. Okay. We're going to release from the bottom, your pubic, by taking 10 breaths all the way to somewhere here before your last rib. The reason why I prefer from bottom to top, so that as you do from the bottom to top, you have more space to allow the spine to lengthen and open up and to reach further and deeper. Okay? And there are lots of good benefit on releasing the abdominals, which I'll explain along the way as we release at the same time. So we can lie down completely flat. The two balls will be together, putting right below your pubic. Okay? Then your hand, you can be looking down, or you can be turning to the side with your hand by the side, whichever you prefer. Okay, ready? You look down and relax and breathe. Inhale, exhale. In to the nose, out to the mouth, to the diaphragm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last one. Inhale, exhale. Very good. You can shift the ball further up a little bit. Okay. Same thing, putting your hand by the side, or you can put it, turn your head one side, or you can put it at your forehead. Now you can also try rocking your buttocks side to side as you inhale and exhale following your breath. That will allow you to go deeper. Try it now. Inhale, exhale. Just rock your buttocks side to side gently. Exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, good, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, good. Shift up to the next spot, continue. Okay, let me check something. Please continue. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, good. Inhale, exhale. Fantastic. Okay, let's go to the next spot. Again, try. Inhale, exhale, rock your bottom side to side. Inhale, exhale. Don't be surprised you feel one side more painful than the other because we all have compensating muscles. Inhale, exhale. As you release your stomach, let me share some good tips and advice with you why it is so powerful to release your stomach. Keep breathing. Many clients saw me with constipation issue, brokenness of the stomach, water retention, a lot of gas and wind. And after releasing the stomach on the spot, they are surprised that when they stand up, the stomach was less bloated, or they've been constipated for a few days, suddenly they want to go to the toilet to purge. Okay, shift down, the ball will go up to the next spot, and to a certain extent, some of the clients actually burp non-stop for 5 to 10 minutes after the release or during the release of the abdominals, which was fantastic. And not only releasing the stomach, the rectus abdominis is one of the good benefits of fixing flexion-related back pain, such as slip disc, bulging disc, herniated disc that have treated many cases. Many people didn't know they had to release the stomach because they sit too much, the spine was caved, curving forward. So release the stomach is one of the top priority. It massage your organs, the diaphragm, help you to improve your lung capacity, your diaphragm function, allow you to straighten the spine more, hence you can get more oxygen to your body, and your organs can start to move normally without being compressed. Okay, so releasing the stomach is definitely one of the key things before you sleep every night. Okay, we'll just do one last spot because some of you have longer body than me, it makes sense. So make sure you don't touch your rib. So one last spot, go ahead and try. Now if you want to put your hand by the side, you'll feel a lot more pressure. Just rest your head on the neck or on the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Fantastic. Okay, well done. So far you have finished 3. Now that you have finished releasing your abs, your obliques, and the chest and the neck, it's good to drink some water. And don't forget to remind all of you, if you just have your dinner, breakfast or lunch, it won't be advisable to release your abs and your obliques immediately. Make sure you give yourself about 1 hour at least to digest the food. So get some water before we continue. And it's very important to hydrate the body, to flush out the toxic and waste and inflammation from the body every time you do a massage yourself or someone do it. If not, all the toxic and inflammation is flowing in the body, your body temperature will rise, you actually get fever along the way and a lot of other issues. Okay? Now we're going to go to next one which you haven't tried it before. It's the first time I teaching it live. It's called the temporalis, or we call the sphenoid bone, which is talk, right here beside the eye here. Okay, the sphenoid, Dr. Perry here, which taught me the sphenoid bone, which is right beside the eye. Let me come closer to you so you can see me. Okay, so it's just beside your eye, the temporalis. Okay, very good to release, especially if you have a tension headache over here. We're going to combine these with the VMO muscles. Okay, so we'll do everything. Sorry, We'll do the left temporalis to release your tension of the headache, and your right VMO, the inner knee. Okay? So watch me. You are still using the Cpr recovery position. So one of the ball, put my hand behind first. One of the ball will be just beside my eye. Okay? Sit down to show you. Just beside my eye. The other one will be just on my inner knee, the VMO. So left eye, right knee, okay? Left temporalis, right knee, okay? The hand will be just resting on top. If you feel not enough pressure, you lift off your foot. So I'm going to move slightly, gently towards the laptop, okay? For 1 minute. Let me get my timer. Okay? So you are releasing your temporalis muscle, what we call the sphenoid bone by Dr. Terry from Stop Chasing Pain, and releasing your VMO, the inner knee muscles. It can be quite painful for some of you. It's your first time releasing it. So let me explain again. Releasing the temporalis will help you to ease off your headache, especially the splitting headache right across your eye and just around your ear. This is a good one. And releasing your VMO, the inner knee muscle, is for those when you walk suddenly. Remember in my workshop I talk about your buckling knee. Suddenly you walk, you don't know why your knee collapsed without pain, but just collapse because your VMO, vastus medialis obliquus slipping, is inhibited. So you have to release this muscle here to help you to wake up, to track your patella, to help you to align the kneecap back to the center and take back control. Okay, that was 1 minute, good enough. Now let's go to the other side. So now I'm releasing my right temporalis just beside my eye, and my left VMO. Okay, right eye, left inner knee. Okay, ready? In position. My palm is facing down. My right palm is facing down. Okay, there we go. So right eye and left inner knee, the VMO and the temporalis. Addressing headache and also knee issue. It's a good one. Inhale, exhale. Slow and steady. If you find too painful for your inner knee muscle, the VMO, feel free to lower your leg down. If you find enough pressure, then you can of course lift up your foot off the floor, pressing your arm on your thigh. You don't have to press it, just press it there. Okay, done. Okay, very good. Now, why we have to release the inner knee muscle here, the VMO? Yesterday I was doing an online rehab for a Zumba instructor. She has pain from the knee running down from here to below the kneecap, which is close to the calf. So a lot of time when you develop a lot of trigger point tension here, you didn't know, so your kneecap feel very painful spilling down. So it's good to release your VMO right away. Okay, let's move on quickly. Next to the quadricep, the front thigh. Okay, we're going to release the front thigh right at the center below your hip bone. Yeah, one ball on each side. We're going to do 10 on each side. Then we're going to move down all the way to just reach before the kneecap. Okay, this is a good one, and you'll find that along the way as we move, you'll feel one side might be even tighter than the other. So very easy. Okay, I want you to lie down, flat facing down. Just put one ball on each side. Okay, below your hip bone. Make sure they are center. Okay. Now to do it properly, you've got to make sure your knee must lift off the floor. That means you drive your toes down. Okay, can you see me? Just let me adjust myself. Yeah. Okay. So make sure your kneecap is off the floor, your toes are driving down all the time. Your head is totally very relaxed. So you breathe out, breathe in, just one, breathe out, Breathe in. That's 1 on each side. We're going to do 10 on each. Ready? Try. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale 5. Very good. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Very good. Okay. So you shift the ball down 1 inch at least, and make sure they still stay center, and your kneecap is off the floor. Ready and begin. We are releasing the thigh muscles called rectus femoris. Keep breathing. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. The rectus femoris muscles crosses from the front hip bone to the kneecap. So when it's tight, you will pull your kneecap and your hip, giving you hip and back problem and also knee pain, anterior knee pain. So it's good to release the thigh muscles that is too dominant so that your butt can fire up properly during your workout. And some of you might experience one side more tighter than the other, which is very common. That's why we use the ball on each side to let you feel the difference. Okay, let's shoot down again the ball. Okay, continue please. Some of you might be screaming behind the background. Even though I can't hear you, I can feel your pain. Please. So keep breathing. Your breathing through the diaphragm will help you to melt down the tension steadily. Do not rush. Do not kick your leg. Just move your knee gently and put it down. Don't kick your leg. Just move slowly to find where's the tension along the movement of the knee. Okay? Much better. So don't kick. Just take the time to breathe and move. Okay? See? You should be somewhere at least center of your thigh now, and still right at the midline of the thigh. Continue. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, slow and deep, melting away the tension of your fascia and your trigger point. Good. Now move down again. Okay, make sure they're exactly at the midline of the thigh. And continue. Make sure you balance the ball. So that's why you have to move slowly, do not jerk. And just gradually. Okay, shift down again, please continue. Let me go and collect something. Just please continue. Inhale, exhale, 10 breath. against the ball, move slowly. It's hotter than I think, so I'm turning on the aircon. I'm sweating now. I thought the fan would be enough on a cool Sunday morning, but it is very hot in Singapore, so I will turn on the aircon. Okay, keep moving please. Okay, can everybody move to the one more spot? Move the ball down. The body goes up, the ball go down further, closer to your knee. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Keep moving. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing. Keep going. Okay, done. Very good. Now get some water. Keep drinking some water. It's very important. You drink water, swallow it, and take a breath. Don't just drown the water. How to drink it? Let me show you quickly. You take whatever sip that you can contain in your mouth. Every time you swallow, you take a breath. Okay, you take a breath to allow yourself to absorb better, be it food or water, you digest better. You'll be surprised. Okay, so anyway, let's move on quickly. We're finished pretty much everything front. Everyone doing so far so good. Now we're going to the lateral zone, meaning the side. Okay, the gluteus, medius, and also the posterior calf, the shoulder, to address your shoulder dysfunction. And why we release the side bump, the glute medius and the minimus, because a lot of people have weakness in the leg, tingling sensation along the lateral thigh and the calf or posterior, similar to sciatica pain, but actually when you, after releasing the side bump, you feel that the pain gone, even the back pain, the SI joint pain, because of very tight ass, I always call. Okay, so we're going to release the tight ass on the left side first. Everybody will be doing the left. So same thing below the hip bone, alongside until you touch the floor. Then this one follow the armpit, cross the arm over and just behind here. So 1, 2, 3, you're going to use this leg to push yourself over. Okay, where's my timer? Let me get my timer. Okay, so from here, your arm will be supporting. We're going to do this wave goodbye with your leg going up and down gently. So it's dual zone. Okay, ready, start. So very slow, breathe in, breathe out. Okay. If you have a yoga block at home or a foam roller, it will be good to use it to support your head. Or I can use a toilet paper, which everybody rushing now to get in the supermarket. You can use it. Okay, you can use a toilet roll. Okay, maybe that's the reason why people are buying so many toilet paper as a pillow. I don't know. Just joking. Okay. So 1 minute, inhale, exhale. We're cleaning up the posterior calf, your teres minor, your infraspinatus, teres major, okay, and your glute medius and your glute minimus to free up your shoulder mobility, and definitely your hip as well, relieving your back pain, your achiness of your thigh and your calf. Okay, the second minute you put your arm down, watch me carefully. This arm I want you to go in and out towards the laptop or the phone that you're using, barbecuing arm. So we're doing this, reaching forward and backward. The butt will be going this way and this way. So you can do it step by step. You move your butt, you come back first, then you move your arm, you come back. So your arm supported, easier that way. So move your butt, come back, then move your arm. So you have better control, more stability. Okay, let's try for 1 minute. So you move your butt in and out, breathe in and out of course, then you move your arm in and out. Move your butt in and out. Move your arm in and out. Fantastic. Good. So I'm cleaning the posterior fiber of the glute medius and also going into my latissimus dorsi on my back. Okay, I'm clearing up my rear delt, my legs as well. Okay, very good. This will free up your shoulder movement in terms of horizontal abduction, hand behind the back kind of movement screening. So today's session is all about release. 10 more seconds. Very good. Relax. Okay. So it will definitely improve your shoulder mobility in terms of horizontal abduction, flexion, and behind the back as well, and your hip mobility as well. Okay, let's change side. Okay. So same thing. Now, so we're doing the right side this time. So right hip bone, below. Okay. Right armpit. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna go up and down, moving your leg as well. Excuse me. Breathe in and out along the way. You're moving, breathe slowly. You move, but you move steadily. Okay, right on top of your gluteus medius and minimus, meaning your side bum, and your posterior calf, meaning right behind your armpit. Many attachment of the muscles crosses there. You shouldn't feel any nerving, tingling sensation. If you feel any nerve, tingling sensation, you're pressing the nerve. So make sure you just shift 1 cm away without affecting the nerve. You should feel deep achy sensation, which is normal, rather than nerve tingling sensation. Okay, same thing, you can use a tissue box, toilet paper, foam roller, or yoga block to support your head if you want to. So now, same thing, we move the butt in and out, we move the arm in and out. Ready? Go. So butt in and out, the arm in and out. Butt in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Keep breathing as you do that. Okay, in, out. The butt move in and out to clean up the posterior fiber. Good. Keep moving. 30 more seconds. Keep going. I'm checking something. I'm timing you along the way, don't worry. Keep moving, everybody. Okay. Okay, keep going. Very good. Okay, done. Some of you are asking me through the message, can you use tennis ball or other ball like lacrosse ball besides using the therapy ball that I'm using, which I mentioned earlier before I start. The answer is yes, but just be careful. The feeling might not be the same, the result might not be the same, because the reason why I created my own therapy ball is after many feedback, trying many products from clients. Tennis ball is too soft, you will not get the same result because some area is just too soft to feel, and also too small the size. And lacrosse ball is way too hard, that can bruise your muscle and make it too painful to perform. So anyway, you can try it. If you find that it's too painful or no feeling at all, feel free to contact me. I can still send the therapy ball to your house in Singapore. If you're staying in Singapore or overseas, I'll try my best, so let me know. Okay? So anyway, let's continue. We finished the lateral. Now we go to the posterior. Okay, so it's lower zone. A bit tricky, but I'll walk you through. The first minute, we'll be releasing the rear butt, which is here. The rear butt, which is the glute max and the piriformis. That's the first ball. The second ball will be between your shoulder blade and your spine, which is here. For the female, you can imagine just above the brow line, between your shoulder blade and your spine here. Please don't put on your spine, just between here, the rhomboid medial tract. That's the first minute on this full spot. On the same side, right side, right side. The second minute we'll be doing here, which is a QL. Where's your QL? You just follow your belly button. Just go right behind. That is where your QL is, below your last rib. Okay, that's the second minute that we're going to do. And the second minute we'll go to here. If you can see me from the back view, let me just walk further. Here will be in the upper traps and elevator scapula. Okay, above your shoulder blade. Okay, ready? Let's try. Now we do everything right side first. So after you lie down, you try to put the ball on the top first. So you roll the ball down, and fine. Now I got it. Okay. So the ball is right between my shoulder blade and my spine, somewhere just behind my chest. Very easy to find. Okay. The same ball on the right side, put on the buttock, the cheek of the bum, the highest point. Then you make your body as flat as you can with your arms open, your legs open. Now your left hand clench like a fist and put it right below your head like a pillow. Okay. Now you are good to go. You move your arm like this as you open your legs. Okay. You move your arm up and down as you open your legs sideways. Okay. Inhale, exhale. So it's dual zone myofascial release, which I created. Very time efficient and effective because it goes very deep to your muscles while releasing and melt down the tension. So right now you are releasing your glute max, which is your surface part, and also your piriformis, which is your deep muscle. And also the upper ball will be releasing your rhomboid, your middle traps, which can cause shoulder scapular dysfunction, downward rotation issue. So releasing rhomboid will help you to free up the scapular movement, allow the scapula to move from 0 to 60 degrees, restoring your scapular to movement, free up your shoulder mobility. Very good. Okay, done. You take out the bottom ball. Now you walk down slowly, allow the ball to come up to your neck. Very easy. Okay? Now you should feel the top ball, half the ball is sticking out, half the ball is pinching against your skin. Okay, make sure half. And if you have long hair, you need to tie your hair. If not, my ball will start to curl up your hair. My ball will become hairy. You know what I mean? Hairy ball. Okay? So make sure you tie up your hair. Now the other ball, follow your belly button. You go right behind your belly button, okay, or below your belly button per se. Then the right leg you cross over. The right leg you cross over. And your right arm you just put it on the floor. Just rest on the floor if you can. So you're going to scoop yourself to the right side and reach up to the right side concurrently. Then you come back down slowly. Make sure your buttock is sloping on the floor. Your buttock do not touch the floor. You scoop towards your right side and reach your arm towards the right side also simultaneously, and come back the same way to the left, Okay? You reach your bum to the right and your arms to the right, reaching your bicep to the ear. And make sure your palm is facing towards the ear. We call external rotation of the shoulder. So we're releasing your QL, protractus lumborum, your upper traps and your levator scapula. Okay, to restore your spinal mechanics and your shoulder problem. Keep breathing for me. Now you will hopefully appreciate why I do this much later. Just now I was doing release everything in the front, the chest, the abs, the obliques, and all those hips and thighs. Because if I don't do that first, you do this first, you do what we are doing now, you won't be able to do this. You feel a lot of pain at your shoulder and your chest because the front is all jammed up. So you always have to release the front before you can release the back. If not, most of you will be suffering now. You can't do this properly, or some of you are still suffering because the front is having fully released it. Okay? So always release your front before you release your back. If not, you will be like this, very concave. You can't even relax now. Okay? Now so let's do the other side now. Okay, let me just flip it over so you can see me. So same thing, the first ball, throw it from the top, find the rhomboid position. Once you find it just behind your chest, between your shoulder blade and your spine. The other ball, your atop your glute max. You got it. Make sure your body is flat and not lopsided. Okay. Then same thing. Your right hand make it into a fist, support like a pillow. Okay. You're ready. You're good to go. You move your arm. You open your hips. Then you stretch your arm. Okay. Keep moving. Breathe in and out. Try to move slowly with your breath. You're not counting repetition. You're going by timing. Just 1 minute. Dual zone. 2 minutes. Faster than you cook Maggi mee. And please don't eat too much Maggi mee while you stay at home. It's very unhealthy. You get more sick. And you need to go and see the doctor while eating too much preserved food. So don't stock up Maggi mee. So eat healthy food. Cook healthy food. Okay. Free up the rhomboids, the middle traps behind, and your glute max and your piriformis below. Okay, good. Let's move. Take out the bottom ball. Walk down slowly so that the top ball is moving up. So I say again, upper traps and the middle scapulae. Half the ball is sitting on your skin. Half the ball is coming out. The other ball, just follow your belly button, go right behind it, just going towards the spine, not on the spine, just going towards the spine. Lift off your left leg, okay? Your right arm should be totally off the floor now, no more supporting your head by the way. Your right arm is resting on the floor. Now ready, your left arm just bend 90 degrees resting on the floor. You're going to scoop towards the left side with your hip and raise up your left arm to the ear concurrently. Then you come down. You go to the right, your buttock not touching on the floor by the way. Scoop your hip to the left and raise your arm to the left. Come down. The movement is small and subtle and gentle. So feel the ball going towards like your kidney, but it's actually the QL, quadratus lumborum. And reach your bicep to the ear to clean up your upper traps and levator scapulae. Keep going. Very nice. 30 more seconds. Good. And relax. Well done. Pick it up, put the ball by the side, relax your arm, relax your legs for a while, and just breathe. Take some 10 breaths to relax and reset your body for a while before we continue. Breathe in to the diaphragm. Breathe out into the nose, out to the mouth, into the nose, out to the mouth. Keep going. You realize that after releasing everything behind, your spine, your body is more well rested on the floor, including your neck. You feel very relaxed, even sleeping without a pillow, because you have released the front, the side and the back, which makes your body very neutral and relaxed now. It's very comfortable. Okay? Good. Now turn sideways. I want you to sit up and get some water. Keep hydrating. Remember, as you swallow the water, take a breath before you swallow down another amount of water. Okay, so far so good. We got 20 more minutes to go. Okay, now we're going to try releasing your calf and hamstring and also your shin together. Okay, so very easy. We'll do 2 in 1. We'll start with the left leg. So put the ball right behind your knee and squeeze it. The other ball, midway of your shin bone, just alongside the outer part of the shin, okay, the shin bone, just on the outer part of the shin, and interlock your fingers and straighten your arm. Using your right leg, you just rest your ankle on your ankle, your Achilles tendon of your right leg on your left ankle. Then using your right leg, you just push towards the floor and bounce gently. You'll feel your calf and your hamstring and your tibialis anterior, which is your shin. Okay, we'll do it for 1 minute. Let's start. So use your arms are straightened, no need to pull. You just use your right leg to push your left ankle down and breathe. So the force is coming from your right leg, pressing down your left ankle, squeezing the calf, the hamstring and your shin. Okay? Releasing the calf will help you to improve your ankle mobility, address your behind the calf and thigh pain. Releasing the shin will also help you to address anterior knee pain, meaning front knee pain, or even ankle pain. Especially if you cannot sit like a Japanese on the floor with your knee folded behind you because the shin is very tight. Okay? So just use your right leg to push it down and rock. Very good. Okay? Let's switch side. So I'm going to put the ball behind my right knee and my hand interlock and squeeze against my shin, the outer part of my shin bone, using my left leg to cross over. Now I'm going to use my left leg to push down. Okay, 1 minute go. And I press down. Yeah. Same thing, breathe as I press down. Inhale, exhale slowly, releasing your calf, your hamstring and your shin. Like some of you teaches yoga or practice yoga at home, you realize there's one yoga pose where you need to sit down and bend your knee behind, your butt sitting on the heel. So if you can't sit like that in the yoga class, I call the Japanese sitting style, it's because your tibialis anterior, your extensors, distal longus are all very tight, which I will show you how in addition to this method in a while. Okay, and relax. Okay, good. So as I was saying, in the class, if you can't sit like this, in the yoga class, that's because your muscles of your shin, tibialis anterior, and your extensors connecting to your foretoes are very tight, causing your ankle to jam up. So I'll go through with you how to use a therapy ball to release this now, and also the other muscles. So we'll be going this way and this way concurrently. Okay, we'll be going up, down 30 seconds and sideways. Very small movement, but deep enough to handle that. Okay, I'll show you the front view. So make sure the ball is not too far apart, about hip width, or hip width, your own hip width, the center part of your hip bone here. Your hip bone width, okay, to be precise, hip bone width. So here, your hands on the floor, and make sure the ball is on the outer part of the shin bone, not the inner part. Inner part it will slip off. This is your shin bone. Okay, this is your shin bone. You need to be on the outer part of the shin bone. Okay. So your hands, you rest your leg, balance. Your toes are on the floor, by the way. Let me show you the side view quickly. Your toes are like this, okay? Your toes are actually touching the floor, okay? So let's do the front view so you can see what I'm doing. So with your arms locked, your chest pushed away from the floor, you'll be rocking front and back. Okay, very slowly, front and back for 30 seconds. Breathe in and out. This is your tibialis anterior, your shin muscles, especially if you run a lot or jump a lot, you have split shins or shin split. They call it split shin pain or spleen shin, whatever. Okay, it's because of your shin muscles are very tight and overused. So you need to release this. Okay, the next 30 seconds, watch me. I want you to do this way. So close your hip and open your hip. You'll feel another muscles being released. The extensor, digital longus. These muscles connecting to your four-toes. Okay, which will improve your ankle plantar flexion. Especially when you squat. If you squat down, you see all your toes flying up, cannot ground with the toes, which we talk about it during the workshop, meaning your extensors are way too tight. And this will cause a lot of problem when you run and jump along. Okay, now walk forward and the ball will go behind and go further down to your toes a bit. Now same thing, move 1 inch up and down. Okay, for 30 seconds, you go up and down. Don't be surprised, some of you are crying now because of your shin is super tight that you never release your entire life. But it's a good one, trust me, and it's an important one. Okay. Now inward, outwards. Yeah, inward, outwards. Very good. Small movement, you'll feel it. Okay, just try one more spot, further forward. Okay, same thing. Front and back. 30 seconds. Arms locked, chest away from the floor. Keep breathing, slow and deep. Okay, inward, outwards. Pretty painful at certain area. Eight more seconds. Okay, good, done. So if you try now, sitting this way, you'll feel, for some of you who can't do this in the past, you'll feel like it's easier to go down now. Yeah, hopefully. It should be by right unless you have other issue. Okay, good. Okay, we have about close to 10 more minutes now. I'm going to teach you how to release your tricep lying on the floor now, which is an important one. So you'll be lying down, okay, with the two ball. You just follow your armpit, right behind the armpit, okay. I'll show you this view so you can see me better, hopefully. Yeah, okay. So just right behind and below your rear delt and below your armpit like this. So you'll be try to position it as equally as you can and press by sticking out your chest. Your elbows shouldn't be touching the floor. If you want more load, you can lift up the butt by doing a bridging. So you extend your arm, okay, like this. You try to stick out your chest by leaning your body weight on it and extend your elbow. Okay, try. 10 times. You press your arm against the floor as you straighten the arm. The elbow is not touching the floor. This is to release the tricep. There are many ways to do it. The standing version against the wall. I'm teaching you now the lying version of the floor. There are many people who look for me to address elbow pain, like a tennis elbow, thinking that they really have tennis elbow even though they don't play tennis. So after releasing the tricep, they are surprised that the elbow pain went away because they were doing too many pushing movement, not knowing that create a lot of tension along the tricep, which attach from the shoulder to the elbow. Okay, so move up, the ball will go down. You move your body up, the ball will go down. Go to the next spot with the tricep. You'll feel some trigger point there. Okay. Inhale, exhale. This is quite a good one. So make sure you stick your chest up, press your arms towards the floor as you extend the elbow. Okay. You might feel some, if you don't feel enough, just lift up the butt. Or like a bridging position, you lift up the butt, you'll feel the weight. Okay. Continue, just try one more spot for me. You try. Maybe midway of your tricep, you feel it. You realize the closer you go to your elbow joint, the more you feel it. For some people, especially when you close to the attachment, you'll feel some really nasty spots on. So try to shift the ball close to the elbow joint. You'll feel some tender spot over there. Especially a lot of people are doing home exercise now, too much pushing on the floor, like planking, push-up, burpees. All these are too much pushing. You should always include pulling exercise, not just pushing. If not, you overuse your tricep, creating a lot of elbow tendonitis issue. So be careful. So make sure you release your tricep if you are doing too much pushing on the floor. Okay? Very good. Nice. Okay? We'll just finish one more quickly, which is your lateralis, my favorite. Now, if you have the pouch, if you don't have the pouch, you just get a pair, one socks, put the ball inside the pouch. Okay? And you tighten it. Okay, if not, you just get the socks and put in your socks and tie it up. We're going to do the lateralis muscles, which is the painful one. They can address lateral knee pain, which a lot of people will runner knee pain, lateral knee pain, outer knee pain. So we're going to put it cross section like this, CPR position. Okay, remember this way. We're in the CPR recovery position. Same thing, clench your fist, slip like a pillow. You're going to move your knee up and down 10 times. And breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, into the nose, out to the bow. So one of the ball is outside the thigh, the other ball is inside the thigh, by the way. Okay, good. Shift the ball down, at least 1 inch. Let's continue. Breathe out, breathe in. We're cleaning up the vastus lateralis, meaning the outer thigh muscles. Inhale, exhale. Good. Sit down again. Somewhere along the mid-thigh, you'll feel that it is quite painful for some of you. To the point that you can't even move your knee at all. So if you can't move your knee at all, you just stay put there and breathe, 10 breaths, allow the tension to melt down. Eventually, as you practice this regularly throughout the week, you'll find that every position you can move the joint freely without funny pain because your tissue has regained its elasticity. Sit down again, please. Very good. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, this is a lateralis. I call the VL, vastus lateralis. Remember the workshop I talk about LV. If you know what is LV, Louis Vuitton, or you own a Louis Vuitton handbag, you better know what is VL, vastus lateralis. The address your knee pain. Okay, sit down. Let's cover through one last spot, close to the kneecap. Good. Keep moving. Okay, Then switch over to finish the other side of the leg. Then we're almost done. Okay, CPR recovery. Clench your fist, support the head, bend the knee. Your body is 45 degrees in CPR recovery position as always. Okay, shift. Slow and steady. Almost done. Shift down again, please. The midpoint, the most painful part. Shift again, almost done. Okay, one last one. Close to the kneecap. Okay, done. Very good. Okay, everybody sit up, get some water. You have to hydrate throughout the day, especially during the start and release. I'll do a quick summary in a while. Okay, I'll just summarize quickly. Now, it is very important that as much as we like to train hard, you have to spend the same amount of time for recovery. So I practice this routine and across all my clients, which is the harder you train, the more you have to recover. So make sure you release your body to prevent the muscle tension from building up. And okay, so if you realize the sequence is always starting from the front. In order to get your back moving, move your shoulder, move your spine, you always have to release the tension at the front because the front is pulling your body forward. Without releasing the front tension, you are fighting a tug of war that you're going to lose with 10% pulling in front, 1% pulling behind. The 10% in front of the tug of war will win, the 1% behind will lose. That's why you always have to release the front first, okay? Now, if you like what I'm sharing, please give me some feedback and comments after this live video, and like my Facebook page, Functional Training Institute, and share this video. Give me some feedback and comment what else you want me to teach along the way. I can try to share some more things, hopefully down the road with some more live video series. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for waking up early together with me. Stay safe, wear a mask if you have to go out, and always drink a lot of water. Thank you for watching. Okay, see you guys. Bye bye.